Today I'm going to talk to you about why you should immediately pick up cross stitch as a hobby, how I accidentally put it down, and what made me pick it back up. I'm Paula, Hobby Mommy 04 and the retired stay-at-home mom. I first picked up cross stitch in the year 2020. Yes, that year when we couldn't go anywhere and I did an awful lot of Amazon shopping. And that brings me to the first reason why I picked up cross stitch: accessibility. It is so easy to get a kit. They come in an amazing array of aesthetic styles, and they come in a very wide variety of price points, from very affordable to rather spendy. But regardless, it is very easy to find a project that will suit your style and taste. Check out this kit I found at my local Walmart. And each of these kits come with everything that you need to work on your project. The only thing that you need to add on your own is a pair of sharp scissors to cut the floss. The kits come with complete written instructions, very detailed diagrams to help you get started, even if you have no experience. Have trouble following written instructions? No problem. There are countless YouTubers out there dedicated to the craft of cross stitch, and they have all of the tutorials you could possibly need. There are so many YouTubers that focus on cross stitch, they even have their own name. They're called floss tubers. Some of my favorite floss tubers are Cross Stitch MD, Jan Hicks Creates, Vonna Pfeffer, the Twisted Stitcher, Priscilla and Chelsea. You should look them up if you're looking for an amazing display of cross stitch that they do at Christmas. The first floss tubers I started watching was Teresa, the Little Stitcher, and I could just listen to her talk forever. Listening to British people talk, in my mind, is a form of entertainment all its own. If you didn't already know, cross stitch is a form of embroidery that has been around literally for ages. It is a quiet, repetitive activity, and that brings me to my second reason why you should make this your hobby. It is shown that contemplative, repetitive activities like this can be meditative and relaxing, and therefore good for your mental health. It also exercises your focus, your concentration, and your patience. And these are all things that can and should be learned and get better with practice. Cross stitch yields a tangible, finished product that you can see the results of all of your labor, and it gives you a tremendous feeling of accomplishment. You can be proud of yourself and what you've created. It's also extremely portable. You can fit an entire project into a little case like this. As you can see, this case is particularly popular with my cat. Whenever I pull out this case, he pops in the lid every time. It's actually the portability that made me accidentally put this down as a hobby. As you may know from my earlier video, we moved this year, and I had a very large project that I was working on all during that buying and selling process, and it was a lifesaver to have this contemplative, relaxing hobby to engage in a very stressful time. But when it came time to actually move, it was extremely easy to pack that project up. And it was not easy to get to the hobby boxes when it was time to unpack. That was not the highest on the priority list. First, we had to make our home livable for ourselves. But when I did get to the hobby boxes, I was able to pull out and finish this project, and I had it framed. I found Frame It Easy online and ordered a frame for this project. Don't be like me. Don't be so cheap. Next time, I will invest in the mat. This project would look so much more elevated if it was matted and framed instead of just framed. But we had just moved. I had a lot of spending weariness. I was feeling particularly cheap, but live and learn. After I finished that project, I had a lot to do around the house still, and I ended up not having another project that I could really commit to picking up and working on. But what made me come back to cross stitch as a hobby? Every year, I give my family handmade Christmas ornaments as gifts. Last year, it was homemade pottery, but the pottery studio doesn't exist in this house, so I needed to come up with something handmade to give as a gift, and I found this kit. And I even finished a couple of the ornaments so far. But it is slow going by design, not surprising, so only a few people are going to get a hand-stitched Christmas ornament from me this year, but that's what made me pick it up. And also, it is a tremendous hobby to engage in the winter months when really all you want to do is sit and relax under a blanket and be warm and cozy, or at least that's all I want to do. I want to be under a blanket. I want to be warm and cozy. And this is a tremendous hobby if you are laid up for any reason. If you have a cold or if you fell down, fall down and hurt your knee, need to keep your leg elevated? Well, as long as you have an adjustable bed like I do and you can keep your leg up in the air, you can sit there and stitch for hours. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you will consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel and coming back and visiting with me again next week. I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you soon.